she was faking, dude. And hey, I did all I could do, and she got to the point where she's like, "Hey, I'm going to Pivot in Grand Rapids, and they're taking me tonight." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Let me know when you're there." She's like, "Yeah, okay." And then the next day I get a message, and she says the same thing. I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, taking me tonight, but I don't have any money, and they don't give toiletries there. So can you wire me some money so I can get some shampoo and stuff?"
Just trying to hustle you.
During my rehab tour of Michigan, I was in this place, and they do give you whatever you need in there. They give you shampoo, they give you toothpaste, they give you toothbrush, they give you whatever you need. So once I threw that at her, I was like, no, I'm not going to wire you any money, and no, they will give you that stuff. She went ghost. So best of luck to her, you know.
You tried. That's all you can do.
Yeah, but you can't save them all. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
definitely, they have to want it for themselves. You can't force anybody to do anything. And fortunately, a lot of them don't want the help, and they have to reach their rock bottom and find out, you know, what they really want. Have to suffer enough losses and figure it out that it ain't worth it. And for some people, it's institutions, death. And other people, you know, they want to recover, but it's a personal choice. You can't help them all.
Yeah, but when you were in active addiction, did you want to stop?
You know, it would come and go in spurts, you know, if shit was shit. If life got hard, then, you know, you might want to quit. But if you, like I was saying before, it's usually just a small window, and then, you know, you're getting drunk and forgetting about it and covering it up, and then more bad things happen, and then you want to quit again, you know. So it's a roller coaster of, do I want to, don't I want to, you know. And it's a short window, and if you don't jump through it when you can,
it's a cycle, and it repeats itself, you know. It goes from the thought to just the first time, and you're like, you could be clean, you know, and you're like, boom, the thought starts. Then you go through it, you know, where you're walking yourself through it mentally, and you're talking yourself into it. But you're like, I'm not going to do it this time, but that would be good. But you're setting it all up. And then it goes to the drinking or using. And then it's, okay, everything's fine, everything's good. It's like a clock, you know, it starts up here, goes through here, goes to the drinking, and then you come through the guilt and the shame. You know, how do you get rid of that? Well, start it back again, and you just go, it just keeps, it's a cycle, man.
It's a cycle for sure. And once you start getting on the recovery journey, you know, it's hard. You got to put in the work. You got to do things that you're not wanting to do. Start facing all kinds of emotions and everything else that you've been burying, and start dealing with life. And sometimes that's hard, and the only way you really want to deal with it is by forgetting it and using and drinking it away.
Do you have any family members that are gone, like that you're just like, you know, if they reach out, I really hope they do, because I could, you know, maybe give them some good advice if they ask for it?
No, I don't have any.
That's good.
Current family members that are in hardcore active addiction or anything like that.
That's good. I do. And family members are telling me, you need to reach out. No.
Yeah, they don't.
Like, no, I can't just, I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't know
what they want, you know.
Yeah.
You're just deterring them if you try to push it on them, you know. They have to make the decision, you know.
They have to decide, I want this life to be different. And she's the only one that can make the life different. And I don't know I kind of know some of the things she's been through. And, you know, it was some abuse, and it's hard for her, and clearly that has some stuff to do, and how other people reacted to the situation of finding out, and just like, okay, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. You know, that's got to be tough, and to go through your whole life like that, and then just kind of still, you know, hold that resentment, and, you know, what happened to her is unforgivable, but she's the only one that can forgive, and she doesn't have to, you know. But for her to find a happy place, man, she's got to do something, and I don't know. I just would hate to see her die, and she's on that path, man. And every time I see her, it's just not looking good. The shakes, and like the whole family knows, but nobody wants to say anything. But
what are you
again,
gonna do?
you know, it's going to be one of those things that she's going to have to face. But her husband is retiring soon, and I don't think he knows how much. You know, like he knows. Okay, she drinks a lot of that. You know, but I don't think he knows. I don't think we know to the extent of her drinking, because you can hide it, man. I was just talking with Brent about that. You know, how I'd hide half pints in my bedroom. I had a bathroom in there. I'd hide them, and I'd go in there with a beer, which is weird. Why do you walk into the bathroom with a beer? Like, I don't know.
And then fill it up with booze?
No, I would just get in there and just slam the pint, and I'd come out, I'm just drinking beer tonight, you know? I mean, we try to get sneaky, you know, and then I started leaving the bottles under the couch cushions. A lot of alcoholics do that, apparently. So that wasn't a hard one for her to find, and she was just my ex-girlfriend. I was like, oh, okay, what's going on here?
I never really tried to hide it too hard. I mean, maybe in certain situations where you're out with the family or something, and maybe you're at dinner and you go to the bathroom and grab a shot, you know, while you're walking by the bar, or maybe grab a big gulp if you're on a road trip and throw a couple shooters in it or something. I mean, I could be guilty of that once or twice, but mostly I just lived with myself, or like the girlfriends I had were addicts and drunks too, so it didn't really have to hide it from them.
Were they who was?
Any girlfriends I lived with definitely were alcoholics and addicts, so they had no say.
Were they who was?
Who was? Who is? Who was?
Who was?
I'm not going there.
Who was? You know what a hua is, Matt?
Hua?
Yeah.
No.
We'll talk to Matt about who was later.
I get it.
I'm glad you get it. Yeah. Audience gets it too. Yeah, but back to helping family and stuff. I just hope that she's all right, man, and until she can step up and go, you know, I'm tired, you know, because I know she's tired, man. I've been there.
Yeah,
she's tired.
exhausting.
Until you get to that point, you know, where she'll end up in the hospital, and unless she changes, but it's not my place to go to her and be like, hey, this is what you need to do, because you don't need to tell anybody what to do. But if somebody asks you for advice, I'd absolutely give it to her. I don't judge her. Again, I'm the king of relapse, you know, and I'm not proud of that either. I'm not proud that I had a tour of Michigan rehabs, but you know what? That's what it took. That is what it took for me. I prayed and prayed for God to just take it away from me, but He did. I hope this time, but He put me through hell, you know, and I'm still alive. I almost died, you know, but I don't know. There's a reason why I'm on this path that I'm on, and Susan, I asked her, I was like, hey, you know, feel free to share 217 with your friends, and she's like, okay. It's like I sent it to so-and-so and to Nancy and to Lasada, and I'm like, woo, hold on, Lasada, the judge? She's like, yeah. I was like, that's a judge that sentenced me. I was like, that's pretty cool. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, things had to happen exactly how they happened for me to be right here, even doing this podcast. Mm-hmm. You know, if it didn't happen the way it needed to happen, and if I didn't meet the people that I met, none of this would be happening right now. And I like what's going on with 217 Recovery. I appreciate people listening. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate when you share us on Facebook and when you say good things about us. I appreciate it. I know, Ryan, you do too. Matt, you appreciate it.
Definitely.
We really do. It helps us stay sober. And if it's just you listening tonight, maybe you're listening with your family, maybe you're listening with your friends, you know, we appreciate it. And just know, you know, they say in in AA, you know, when you have a sponsor, you're actually helping him like he's helping you, which we can get onto that another time because I got a whole thing about that.
Yeah,
And it's not bad. It's just my perception of things. And,
your opinion.
yeah, Matt and I decided that, and we already know this, we live in a different world. I live in a different world than you live in, man.
We're all in different worlds.
Seriously, man, my perception of the world is way different than yours.
For sure.
Like, I'm the coolest MFer in my world. You're probably the coolest MFer in your world.
I'm my own best friend.
See? You know, like, I was telling Matt, we could be, like, living in the crack of somebody's, like, sidewalk. You thought I was going to say butt. But, no. I did say butt there. We could be, man.
Could be.
So, anyway, perception is different. We'll talk about perception and what I have to talk about.
Yeah, we'll get into that sometime
soon, maybe. But if there's a topic you want to talk about, if you know somebody, maybe you want to be featured on the podcast, maybe tell your story, reach out.
Looking for people who want to talk about their story and reach other people.
Yeah, and I just felt like, I didn't plan on saying that tonight, but I just felt like there's somebody listening that wants to tell their story. And we'll make that happen. So email me, Corey, Corey, at 217recovery.com.
Nice.
There's a chick I worked with in radio that would always say, .com. I want to just go through the microphone and turn it off. Anyway, reach out to us. There's some events coming up, and we're going tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little too late for other people to go. But there's also a suicide prevention. It's a 2-day course coming up on the 17th and 18th of July. That's how they say it down south.
We might be a little late. I was trying to work that out in the schedule, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. I got faith, and I think good will prevail.
Yeah, good always does prevail. Well, it'd be sad if we were late, because then we wouldn't get credit for it, and we would look like
clowns.
A couple clowns showing up. You know, tell her she's got to schedule her stuff around us. I don't think that's how it works, though.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Well, hopefully we can get there.
Somebody thinks it works that way, but I
don't know. You know, I mean, whatever we're doing is, I'm sure, super, super important. So if we're late, then we'll have a great excuse. We'll be there. But yeah, the 17th and 18th, there's another suicide prevention course. I recommend you take it. If you're in Southwest Michigan, if you're in West Michigan, East Michigan, doesn't matter. You can go to it and make a little trip up north out of it. It'll be fun, I'm telling you. I'm not acting like it'll be fun, suicide prevention, but it will be.
No, it's a good thing, and
yeah, it's what you make it.
Definitely will help others and impact hundreds of lives. You know, everybody dies and everybody around them suffers. So,
my man Herb, he does stuff like that, and he says, "Man, like it's good." You know, that's his way of giving back because he had some struggles, and he says, "Man, that's what keeps me, you know, on my plane." And it's different strokes for different folks, but if you ever lost a loved one, ever thought about killing yourself, then, you know, maybe it's something that you could help others with. You know, hopefully you're out of that now, and, you know, realize, you know, the impact that you have in your family. You know, like, you might feel down and depressed, and maybe it's drugs that's causing it. You know, a lot of times it is. It's not really a good option. I'm telling you, like, people will forgive you. The loved ones will forgive you, and nobody hates you. You just have a problem. And, you know, if you can tell people that, and I'm sure Lisa's like, don't be trying to preach that stuff until you take the course.
No.
Sorry, Lisa. But I'm just saying, like, you know.
There's a better way. There's always an answer. Life gets better. Things come and go. This too shall pass, as they say.
Yes. As this show has, this episode. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Tune in next time. Tuesday, we're going to have a special guest on. And I'll tell you all about that on Monday on Facebook. That's tomorrow. So anyway, thanks for listening.